Hey everybody, Jeff Gagne, Succelsior TV, episode 20. Can't believe it, 20 episodes already. Let's get right to it. This is another one. Not going to like it a whole lot, but we've got to do it. We are on step 3 of financial empowerment. There are 6 steps. We've got to do them. Step 1 was set your financial goals. Hopefully you've got them down on paper. You've got to write them on paper before you put them into your tablet, iPhone, iPad, Android, Galaxy S4, your notebook, whatever it is. You have to write them down. Make that connection in your brain so that your brain is always thinking about those financial goals. Step 2, we talked about it yesterday. We have to spend less than we earn. Plain and simple. I don't care what you make. It doesn't matter. That is not the point. What matters is that you are spending less than you earn. Less is going out than is coming in. And that leads us right into steps 2 and 3 kind of go hand in hand. And as I was putting together my financial empowerment plan, I honestly went back and forth as to which one would be step 2 and which one would be step 3. And it finally came down to get to step 3, we need to do step 2 because this is how we put money aside. Step 3 of financial empowerment, we need to have an emergency fund. You need to have a plan in place with cash money. You need to have a plan in place to pay for emergencies. Life is going to happen. Life is going to kick you in the nuts every once in a while. You have to be ready for it. It's not a surprise. It's going to happen to all of us. What it may be is a surprise. When it may happen is a surprise. That's fine. But it's going to happen to all of us. We don't know what it is or when it's going to be. We just need to be ready. That's what your emergency fund is for. We need to put aside money in a separate account, a savings account that's readily accessible, that's cash, that is just your emergency fund. It is not your pseudo vacation fund. It is not your, oh my God, these Manolo Blahniks are on such a sale, I have to go get them. It's not a, oh my God, I saw this great deal online and I have to get it because it's such a good deal, it's worth it. This is your emergency fund. I actually pulled up the definition of emergency just so we could get it. A serious, unexpected, and often dangerous situation requiring immediate action. Serious, unexpected, often dangerous. And when you're talking about your financial life, dangerous means if we aren't prepared for it to pay with cash, if we have to go in debt, if we have to borrow, if we have to use a credit card or get another credit card to pay for whatever the emergency is, this could be affecting our financial life for the next 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. That's dangerous. That's what we're talking about. This is an emergency. It could be a car breaking down. It could be your furnace breaking. It could be a medical emergency with hospital bills. Have you seen what it costs to ride in an ambulance? When I cracked my nose on a soccer goalpost several years ago, I was shocked how much it cost me to get a ride from my base to the hospital in town in an ambulance. Shocked just to get a ride. Plain and simple. It is unbelievable what some emergencies can cost. There is all sorts of, anyone you talk to, any book you read, anybody you listen to that is worth their salt, the David Ramseys, the Robert Kiyosaki's, who else do we got back there? Todd Barnhart, David Chilton. I'm missing one and he deserves his root. David Bach with the Automatic Millionaire series. You have to have an emergency fund and it needs to be in cash. You need to be ready to pay for stuff. Most people out there know Dave Ramsey. His baby step number 1 is save $1,000 as quickly as possible. Most people know that. I use it as a reference. We all talk about having some form of an emergency fund, but I want you to get past $1,000. Obviously, you have to get to $1,000 before you get more than that. But most emergencies, that ambulance ride was over $1,500. Plain and simple, over $1,500. So that $1,000, if I'm living paycheck to paycheck after that, I don't know where the rest of that money's coming from, which means it's going on a credit card, or I have to borrow from a friend or family or something, which means we are not moving forward. We are still moving backward. The whole point of your emergency fund is 2 reasons. Number one, to give you peace of mind, to know that you have become financially empowered, taking control of your finances and your situation, and to allow you some peace of mind to sleep at night, knowing that that's handled. The second reason is for you to be able to keep moving forward. Once your emergency fund is set in place and you have enough to cover, if you're a homeowner, you need enough to cover if your furnace breaks on February 1st and it's cold as hell and you have kids. You need to get it replaced immediately, and $1,000 just isn't going to do that. You need to figure out what your amount is. I don't like to dictate that. If you live in an apartment, you don't need quite as much. It just depends on your situation. But you need to build that emergency fund as quickly as possible. Go back to step 2, just like Dave Ramsey talks about the rice and beans and Tony Robbins with his 400 square foot apartment eating ramen noodles. You have to figure out where you can scrimp, save, beg, borrow, steal, whatever it is to get that money into your emergency fund. Obviously cut out borrow in there. But borrow from other aspects of your life. Don't spend that money to build up this emergency fund, to give you peace of mind, to know that you have taken care of the fact that emergencies will come and you're ready to handle them without going backwards, without taking steps backwards, going deeper into debt, which could affect us for the next 1, 3, 5, 7 years in paying that off again. As well as, once that money's set aside, all of the money that was being put into your emergency fund now gets put into paying off debts, starting other savings accounts, beginning investing, all of the other steps that we're about to start talking about. We get to move ourselves forward. We can stop worrying about moving backwards, and we can continue to push our story forwards. Rewrite that story for what we want, for what we want for our family, for the causes that we want to help, for what we want our lives and our futures to look like. That story that we are writing, this is a critical step in allowing peace of mind and allowing us to keep moving forward. If you've forgotten the definition, go back and watch episode 1 again. Succelsior is the combination of success and Excelsior. Success is to achieve one's goals, whatever they are. All of our goals are different, even though some of them are the same. All of our pot of goals are different. Excelsior, Latin-rooted word that means ever higher. We continue this way on the camera. We continue to move forward, ever higher. Staying static is not. There is no such thing as a status quo anymore. If you are staying where you are falling behind. You are moving backwards. Your emergency fund allows you peace of mind to know that you have taken care of your situation, taken control of your finances, and allows you to keep moving forward with your financial life. We want to get your financial empowerment handled as quickly as possible so that we can move on to those other goals and dreams and use this energy and this effort and this time of our lives to really rewrite that story for exactly what we want. I'll see you tomorrow with step 4. Do your exercises. Build your financial empowerment. I'm Jeff Gagne. This is Succelsior TV. Your dreams really are our mission. Period. Have a great day.